How to mount a HFS partition in Ubuntu as read/write? I plugged in my external hard drive, which was formatted on my Mac into HFS plus journaled, to my Ubuntu desktop 9.04 64-bit. I am not able to get the drive to mount with write capability. How do I do that? Right now all I'm getting is read access. I tried, but that still gave me only read access. Ideas?
You need to turn off the journaling if you want to write to it from Ubuntu. Ubuntu only has support for writing to non-journaled HFS Plus volumes. On your Mac, open Disk Utility under Applications, Utilities. Select the volume to disable journaling on. Choose Disable Journaling from the File menu. On later macOS versions you'll have to hold down the Option button when you click the File menu. Or if you like Apple plus J. Disabling journaling from HFS Plus is still possible up to OS X Yosemite 10.10.
First, make sure that you have Sprogs installed. Example installation command. Next, mount or remount the HFS Plus drive. Commands need to be as follows. Or, finally, if the drive was improperly unmounted or has otherwise become partially corrupted, run fsck.fsplus, provided here by Jason, as such.
You can enable writing to HFS Plus in Linux even if you didn't disable journaling. In addition to HFS, which you already have, you need to have Sprogs installed. Then use the ORW force option if the drive is not mounted yet. If the drive has been mounted automatically, as it should be on a desktop system like Ubuntu, add remount to enable write. Or /mount/point would usually be something like /media/your_drive_label. /dev/sdx is your HFS Plus device, e.g. /dev/sdb1. Use mount_al to find which device is already mounted on which mount point. If the Mac disk uses the newer Apple Core storage, you may also need to add a size limit equals n option, as detailed in this answer. Finally, you will still have the problem that you need to either be root to write to the drive, or use binds as shown in this answer.
Have you tried to match permissions? By default, Mac OS X formats volumes and journaled HFS Plus volumes. Journaling is a feature that improves data reliability, and unfortunately it makes HFS drives read-only in Linux. To disable journaling, just boot into OS X and fire up Disk Utility. Click on your HFS partition, hold the Option key and click File in the menu bar. A new option to disable journaling will come up in the menu. Click that, and reboot into Linux. You should have read and write access to your HFS partition. However, the permissions on your Mac user's home folder will prevent you from reading or writing those files. We just need to change our UID in one OS so that it matches the UID in the other. Unless you have a reason for choosing otherwise, we're going to change our Linux UID to match our OS X one, since it's a bit easier. By default, the first user in OS X has a UID of 501, but you can double check this by going into System Preferences in OS X, right-clicking on your user, and hitting Advanced Options. If your user ID is something different from 501, replace 501 with your other UID in the terminal commands below. Boot into Linux. We're using Ubuntu in this example, and fire up the terminal. First, we're going to add a temporary user, since we don't want to edit a user that we're currently logged into. So, run the following commands in the terminal, hitting enter after each one. Type in a new password for the temporary user when prompted. Reboot and log in as temp user. Then, open up the terminal and type in the following commands, once again hitting enter after each one and replacing your username with your Linux user's username. This will change your Linux user's UID to 501 and fix your home folder permissions so that you still own them. Now, you should be able to read and write to both your Mac and Linux user's home folder, no matter what OS you're logged into. You may also want to fix your login screen, since by default Ubuntu won't list users with a UID of less than 1000. To do this, just open a terminal and run sudo get/etc/login.defs and search for UID_min in the text file. Change that value from 1000 to 501, and when you reboot your user will be listed in the login screen. This URL.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.